Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be working in my little collage journal here that I have. And this is the little prompts that Margarete Miller put out in 2024. I'm still working on mine. And the prompt that I'm working on today is text other than English. So, let me get out my things here. Oh, I kind of need to fix that, don't I? Alright. Let's put some glue on that real quick. How are you all today? I hope you're having a good one. I'm doing okay today. I didn't get to go to church today. My husband went, but I didn't go. I got shingles, so I didn't go. I always figure when I have shingles, I don't go because when I worked in the ER, I get them on the back of my head a lot, along my hairline. Usually on my right side. I think it's always been on the right side. And I didn't even tell him one time when I went in that I had them, because it was getting close to, rollover of day, your vacation, personal days, whatever. I didn't have very many left. I didn't say anything. I didn't think there was a big deal about them. One of the nurses saw it. Man, they kicked me out of there so fast. I was like, okay. Usually, they didn't care what you had. You stayed at work. So I wasn't too worried about it, I mean, I'd worked with fevers and sickness and kidney stones and tooth infections, and I don't know, I'd worked with a lot of crap. They didn't care. Just show up. Even though, in your book it says, if you're sick, don't come to work. They didn't really mean that. But, man, they saw that. They found out I had shingles, and I was out of there fast. That was the only thing I had ever... Now, I quit in 2019, so that, that was before COVID. I'm sure COVID was something that they didn't mess around with, too. But... that was the only thing I had ever been told. Go home. Now. Now. They didn't mess around with me either. I was like, no, I gotta stay. I can't use my personal time. No, you're going home. So will it count against me? Yes, it will. I was like, come on. No. So, it counted against me and I went home. So I figure if they were that picky about it, it's something I should stay home. I mean, like, I know that you shouldn't be around pregnant women. I learned that. How do you know when you're in church if you're around somebody that's pregnant? You don't know. You can't be asking people. Somebody sits in front of you, behind you, next to you. You don't know. I don't know half the people that go there. So, I didn't go. My husband went, and then he went out to eat with my parents. They always go out for brunch. They go to the early service. We usually go to the normal time. But since I wasn't going, he went to early so he could go get breakfast. Okay, on this one, we are going to put, because it's text in other language. It's getting warm today. I should have changed shirts before I came in here. I went to a library sale over the weekend, and they had this. And I have no idea. I think it's in Spanish, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. This looks like a kid's book to me. I don't know. But I grabbed it because it's another language, and I never have something in another language. But I'm sure it's nothing, because it looks like a kid's book to me. I'm just not sure what it is. But we'll use this. And perfect timing for a prompt that's used in another language, isn't it? I never took any foreign languages in school. We didn't have to when I was in school. Now, when my kids were in school, they had to. But when I was in school, it wasn't required yet, so I didn't take one. The only thing available when I was in school was Spanish and Latin. That was the only two that was available at my school. And Latin was a joke. The teacher was older. She kind of needed to retire. She was very nice, but she kind of needed to retire. She would come in every morning before everybody, and she would write all the answers to the homework from the day before on the chalkboard. And then she would go and do things like they had candy bars they sold to pay for whatever, I don't know, and she would go do that or whatever, but she wouldn't stay in the room, and she didn't lock the room. So then all the students, not all, but most, would go in and get their homework done because the answers were on the board. She was a very nice person. She just, it was time. My middle daughter took Spanish. And one year she got to go, her junior year, the summer after her junior year, between junior and senior, she got to go to Mexico. I think about 10 of them got to go. So that was pretty cool. But it was kind of a bummer because there was a bad hurricane. So a lot of their trip got changed. They didn't get to go to a lot of where they were supposed to go. One of the places they were supposed to go got ruined. So they didn't go there, of course. But they still had fun. Okay, so this is, let me, I've been doing this first thing, putting this down. That way I don't lose it. Oh, I didn't ink it up. She had a good time, except that she got very sick. She swears she didn't drink the water. I don't know, but she got really sick when they got there. So she missed quite a bit. She missed the beach day. But she did get to climb. Is it Chichen Itza? Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. You guys, I did it again. We're just going to do that over. I did that on my project yesterday. Punched the wrong side. Got it upside down. we're just going to do it over because I'm not going to like try to fix that one. That's too small to cover up all that. I did that yesterday and I fixed it with a strip of paper, but this one's too small to put a 3/4 inch strip of paper on it. It would cover up half of it. Am I doing this right? You know what, we're just going to do this. And then I'll come here and I'll get it straightened up. Somehow my brain gets it all confused. I get all twisted up on that. Grab a drink real quick. My throat's getting dry. But I'll pay attention this time. If I have it upside down, I'll just punch this side. I was on FaceTime last night with my daughter and my granddaughters and talking to my oldest about her birthday. And you guys, my oldest granddaughter turns 18 and I can't remember what today is, but like in 4 days. I don't know, 4 or 5 days, maybe 3 days, I don't know. Can't remember what today is. That's just, I just can't hardly believe it. Like, what in the world is going on? How did this happen? I got it right that time. So my daughter posted a picture of her kindergarten picture on Facebook and said, how did the time go by so fast? I'm going to find a picture of my daughter's hospital picture and put, well, how did the time go from this to this so fast is what I want to know. Because that's what I want to know. How did it go from my daughter being a newborn to her daughter being 18? That's what I want to know. Alright, so now here is our main attraction. Isn't he cute? I've been thinking on reading lately because, well, you guys probably, some of you know, but Kindles are being extinct. Thank you, Amazon. Mine was 2012, and anything older than 2012, 2012 and older, they are going to make extinct. So I ordered me a new Kindle. I got me a new Kindle, and I love it, except for I got a cheap screensaver, and it's not working very well. So this is my new Kindle, and I love it. I love it. So I've been thinking about reading a lot, and then I saw this kitty and I had to do it, and I have this paper pad that I got at Michael's a few weeks ago for $5.99. It was either $4.99 or $5.99. Book Club edition. I'll just kind of, these are cute. What happens at a book club stays in the book club. I think it's really cute, especially for the price. Oh, my hands are really hurting today. I'm having a hard time. That's the page that caught my attention. These look like library cards and little tickets. Isn't it cute? So, I need this page back. I said it, but trying to decide what we're going to use on here. I want to use some of this, but first we'll use some of this. I think I want to maybe put some on here to kind of give this, how do I want to do that? Do I want to put maybe some here, across here? That would work, wouldn't it? So maybe I want to tear it this way so that the white is on the back side. And go a little bit further. Okay. Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's get some ink on there. And then we'll glue it right here and put him like right, or her, I don't know what it is. Yep, that would be okay. Maybe a little bit further down here. It would work better if it was straighter, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it straight. It's not good crooked like that. Let me find my tear ruler. And this corner is pretty straight, I believe. That's not, but I think this corner is. So if I do put it there, there. Oh, it moved on me. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot better. I think he'll sit on there a lot better. Okay. Put that on there. Put some glue. I'm just going to put some glue at the top, and then I'll glue on the bottom, because I don't know exactly where I need to glue. Oops. And I'm thinking I want to put something else on top of this green paper. You know, something, I don't know. Let's look at what else we got here. I kind of want to put one of these on here. I don't want to put a green one. I kind of want to put the Need to Read. Or Book Club Babe. Would that be cute? Book Club Babe. I like the Need to Read, I think. And I need to get a brad, and I will, this is, yeah, I can put it through there to, could I just put my brads up too. They're way up on a shelf. Okay, so what's up at your house? I almost forgot to ask you. We're having ribeyes and mashed potatoes. I'll probably cook green beans. Do you do that? Mashed potatoes and green beans. That just seems to be they go together. Our grocery store had frozen steamed veggies, 4 for $5 this week, and that's a pretty good deal. Like the other brand that was not on sale was $3 a bag. And it was a name brand. I don't remember which one, but it was one I buy. It wasn't, you know, some brand. It was a good brand. Let's look at the lid. Okay, so little kitty. Yeah, I kind of want to put something else there so that we could put him just a little bit further down. On here, I wanted to get lost in a story on there. Maybe he could be sitting on there. Oh, my hands. I'm telling you what, today is a bad day. The last couple days, well, evenings, I've been working and loading all of my Christian fiction books that I own on Kindle and all of my kid books, everything on that, because I'm going to give that Kindle to my granddaughter. She's my one that turned 18. She's reading those now. Because they're making that Kindle obsolete. But as long as your books are on there, you can read them. If you take them off, you cannot put that back on there. If you deregister your book, your Kindle, or anything like that, if you like reset it or anything, you can't put any. You could never put any more books on there. Once the books are gone, they're gone. You can't put any more on there. So I got all of the books on there. It was like 600 books that I got on there. But see, I do Kindle Unlimited. And so I needed to be able to put books on there, you know. I don't read books more than once. Once I read them, I'm done. So it wasn't to me any good that I had all those books. I mean, I have been reading on my Kindle, I don't know, years. That was my third Kindle. My first Kindle had the alphabet that you had to type in. It had a type, like, you know, that was years and years and years ago. When they came out with a Kindle, I got a Kindle. That's how long I've been getting books. And then when they first came out with a Kindle, if you checked every day, there was a site I checked every day, you got free books. I probably paid for maybe 20 of my books over the years. The others were all free because years ago it was really easy to get free books, and they were good books. They were books I wanted. They weren't just, you know, books you were like, what in the world am I going to do with that book? It's not like that now. It's not that way now. But years ago, when it first came out, it was like that, and I was getting like 3 or 4 books a day. Good ones. So, I got a lot of books on there. So I've been working every evening while we're watching TV. I have been sitting there and adding and making sure I had the books on there I wanted for her. Because I also have a lot of World War II books. But those, I don't know that they're clean. Some of them are not. You can't, I don't want to, you know, I don't want her to trust me that I'm giving her clean books and then she gets into them and they are not. Oh, that looks cute, doesn't it? I like that. I'm going to put that there. So my wrist is just, oh, it is hurting so bad. Does that look okay without something over there? I don't know. Okay, back to this to see if I can find something. those tickets are too big. I like the From the Library of. Do I want to? I guess I really wouldn't be sacrificing one of these, because if I cut it straight, you could still use this, right? Let's do that. I'm trying to think if I have a stamp that says that. I kind of think I do, but I kind of think I could spend 2 hours looking for it, because I'm not sure where it's at. I'm going to cover this up, and I'm going to get my trimmer, and we're going to trim this. But like right now I'm reading, no, I'm not reading World War II. The one I read before this was World War II era, and it was fine. She could read that, no problem. But I'm not going to be with her all the time to say that. So I don't want to mistakenly give her smooth ones. That did not cut very good. What color? I don't want to do blue because I've got all that blue, although maybe I do want to do blue and have 3 blues. But maybe I want to do green because I've got green here, green eyes, and then have green here. I've got the 2 blue. Oh. Yeah, I think I want green. Going to cut it a little bit closer. There we go. Alright. Let's take these off of here. I'm probably going to have to cut those little things off of there on each side. But I can do that with my other trimmer. And yes, I'm going to have to. I can tell that already. Oh, I thought that was trash, but it's put it like that, but I have everything else so straight. I think I'll put it like that. From the Library of. Then, should I name the cat and put it across there? Because it kind of looks like I'm not. I don't know if I like that, you guys. I don't think I like it. Does it look better without it? I think it does. I think it just looks better leaving that plain. Because I don't like having that and then leaving it without an answer. But I don't know that I want to answer it. I think I'm going to leave it plain. And I think I'm going to get a... I wish that wasn't blue too, but it is. And I like the Get Lost in a Story. The other one is Permission to Read, Must Read My Stories, Committed to Reading Books and More Books, and that is blue. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Let me get my brats down. Oh, my knee just gave out on me. It went backwards. That kind of hurt. It does that sometimes. Not real far, it just kind of, I don't know. It sounds worse than what I mean, the way I said it, it sounds worse than it is. Okay. Wait a minute, what are these? Oh, they go in those. That won't work. Okay. Go back in. Let's get a black. Our kitty's black and gray. That's not black, is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. We'll do black. All right, and I don't have my little punch. I guess I'll just try to use. There's. No, I want the one that pinches tiny. This one pinches tiny. Or pokes tiny. Oh, I was going to poke that all the way through, but I think I'll just poke it through here. I think it's, yeah, it's small enough it doesn't show through. Alright, so now we will glue this down. I think that's thick enough. I could use my Aleene's on it and it wouldn't bubble. I keep forgetting to use this. It's kind of hard for me to squeeze. Oops, upside down. Okay, that's pretty thin. Because I just print on copy paper, I have a hard time cutting out stuff on, real finicky stuff on the thicker paper. So I usually print. If I'm going to fussy cut it, then I print it on thinner paper. And I think I'm going to put a little bit of this on top of that. Nope, I'll put it over there. I'm kind of wondering if I would like to put, oops, see, it doesn't always work to tear on the back side. Sometimes you still get that big white piece. I kind of wonder, yeah, I do like that, just a little bit. I won't put that whole piece there. Oh, so it's gonna, there, it'll fit in my little trash can. That's probably plenty. If not, I will add glue to it after I lay it down. I'm going to put just a little bit on here. Oops, I was moving it. I need a little bit right here. I got a lot of glue. So I use these when I've got a lot of glue that I'm going to be cutting on. There we go. There, oops. Well. I don't have my glue towel in here. I don't know. I took it out of here and put it in the laundry, and I have not seen it since. I don't know what happened to it. And now I can't. I've got some that need to be washed, and it might be in there, but our dryer is broken. We get the part on Tuesday, so, but it won't get fixed Tuesday. He'll work on it Wednesday. Because he'll be gone all day Tuesday. He's picking it up while he's out of town. Tried to get it while we were out of town Friday, but they had to order it. It'll be in tomorrow, but he's not going to be out of town until Tuesday. Okay, now my book. Here it is. I think this one turned out cute. I like it. Last time I had to use book page, so I used book page as my background. I guess I really didn't completely use it this time. Oops, I have to. I haven't been impressed with this dryer. It's not very old. I can't remember when we purchased it, but it's not very old. We purchased it after I left my job. I remember that. Because I remember thinking, oh, I'm glad I'm not working anymore. It sure be hard to keep up with, because it took about a week for them to come in. They didn't have them in stock. It'd be hard to keep up with my scrap if I didn't have a washer. I'd hate to have to be going into town and washing. I had 3 sets, but you know, if you work, sometimes you don't, even though you know you usually work 3 days a week, but sometimes if you worked on the weekend, your 3 days, sometimes you were 4 or 5 days in a row because it ran into the next week. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, glad it didn't break before I quit. So it might have been around 2019. That's not very long. I mean, I think they should last longer than that, because this is the second time it's broke down. There we go. I think it came out really cute. That cat is just adorable. Well, you have a blessed day, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.